Welcome to our 5 on 5. I'm pleased to be joined by Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley at his office in Washington. Senator, how are you today?
Well, I'm doing just fine, Craig. And by the way, huge congratulations to KOBI for the Service to American Award received last night at the National Broadcasters for the In This Together campaign that you all have led in partnership with many community groups to reduce suicide. Really big issue, and thank you so much for launching that campaign.
That's very kind of you. Thank you for mentioning that. Obviously, I was going to ask you about mental health. National Suicide Hotline they've both been focuses of yours. Why do you feel efforts like this are so important in our community, especially of all times right now?
You know, especially over the last 2 years with the isolation, we've seen a lot more Americans who just really are desperate and disconnected and depressed and need to be able to reach out and connect with others, and especially if they're holding those feelings and thinking about ending their life, to know how to reach out and enable them to get support going forward. We're not designed as humans to be isolated, and it's been a pretty big challenge in America that's gotten a lot worse over the last 2 years. So it's important we have a full, kind of honest, transparent public discussion about it.
Well, from one difficult and important conversation to another, negotiations in the Senate ongoing after a terribly violent last 45 days in this country. Do you think tangible change can be reached in the Senate?
Well, I am hopeful that there'll be at least some incremental progress. And right now, I think any progress would be welcome. It's a slim set of proposals under discussion in the Senate, but they're important things. Some strengthening to the federal background checks, some incentives for states to have red flag laws, remove guns from potentially dangerous individuals, strengthening school safety and mental health programs. I support doing much more than that, but I hope we can at least have a package of this nature to say that we can get agreement that action needs to be taken, and hopefully we can build on this foundation in the future.
Okay, Senator, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll have much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with U.S. Senator Jeff Merkley at his office in Washington. Senator, the U.S. House Committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol, going public with its findings, I believe, starting tomorrow. Is there anything you were looking for in particular?
Well, I think it's such an important set of hearings because we really had nothing like it in modern history, in which we've had an assault on the Capitol, and it's embedded in some very deep divisions that we have in our country, and we need to understand the contribution of white extremist groups, certainly the role of social media, and understand how we can bring America together in a dialogue about how to take on our many significant issues while avoiding increasing the polarization in our country. So very important set of hearings.
Well, I know you have a heart out, so I appreciate you taking the time. I understand your bill to ban commercial asbestos in the U.S. is getting a hearing this week. Why is this still happening when asbestos production in the U.S. was halted 20 years ago?
Yeah, we're still importing massive amounts of asbestos from abroad. And virtually every major developed country has banned the importation of asbestos or the manufacture of asbestos, the use of asbestos in manufacturing. But here is America standing virtually alone, still using this incredibly damaging product. We're losing some 40,000 Americans a year to asbestos-related diseases. So it's way past time that we end the importation or utilization and manufacturing of asbestos. So I hope that this hearing will create some real momentum towards achieving that ban.
Well, Senator, you're looking well. Are you feeling better right now?
Thank you. I'm glad to be out of quarantine and getting stronger every day.
Well, it's good to see you again. Thank you so much for taking the time. We do appreciate it. All right, we'll be right back.